as his one and his second now.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Hello, welcome back to WantMyBet TV. My name's Will.
I'm Ollie. We're back.
So, we're back.
Finally, after a few
Been
weeks.
a while.
I know.
It feels like it's been months.
Well, that's for you.
Has it
It's
actually?
right for some, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just swanning around on the
gallivanting.
slopes.
Gallivanting. So we've got, what, 3 weeks left of the Prem?
Yeah, something like that.
There's 3 games left,
Yeah,
including this one.
Yeah.
No idea if we've been getting them right or not.
He hasn't got a clue.
I have no idea. We're in new surroundings for me.
Yeah, the sofa will be here next week, so hopefully
Yeah.
things will be on the up. We've been doing all right.
Yeah?
Not so great with my Man United shouts, but allow that.
So.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, last week Prem there were quite a few random results.
Yeah.
I don't know if we did that well last week, but we've been doing
I
well
actually
in La Liga.
I had a good random tip the other day.
Yeah.
In the football change room, one of the boys goes, Kettering Town have won the league but haven't been paid, so they're going to throw the game. And I was like, yeah? He goes, yes. I was like, okay. And they're playing like some other good team. No, some shit team.
Mm.
So, alright, stick 40 quid.
Did you?
Backed it, 4-1. Lost the game.
Oh, that's
Big.
terrible. We don't like to see that though.
We don't like to,
We don't like to
But-
see that.
you know, if you get a tip like that,
There you go.
you got to back it.
Fixing. We don't condone
Well-
fixing.
Unconfirmed. Might have just been a fluke, but came in.
Right. Enough of that.
Yeah, so this
Premier
is Premier
League.
League.
All to play for.
All
everywhere.
to play for. There's a few huge games.
Huge games. It's a relegation, top
Yeah,
4,
yeah.
and winning the league.
Yeah.
All to play for.
So, as normal, going through it, pulling out the stats, going, this is what we would bet on based on the stats. There's actually quite a few reds. Yeah,
No.
there's a few reds. This week.
Couple. What's a red?
Couple. Red is if the value is particularly good on something.
Mm.
The odds may be slightly better than they should be.
The value's there.
Then we say that's a red one.
I don't know if that should be red though. That's not that good value at all.
Yeah, maybe not. Don't know why. I forgot how to do this. So. First game, Liverpool, Huddersfield. Basically, Liverpool 1 point behind City. They have to keep the pressure on. There's 3 games left. They've also got one eye on the Champions League. They're playing Barcelona. Siri. Shush.
So he wants a bit of the action.
Yeah, Barcelona on Wednesday next week.
Big-
So they
big
will
game.
probably rest players here.
Would
think.
I reckon Liverpool fans would prefer to win the league all day.
Yes,
So
I do
this
as
is
well.
probably there'll be squad rotation, but he can't afford to let any points slip.
I just think, I don't know. He might be speaking to them all and going, look, we've got, 5 games left, maybe.
Yeah.
Champions League as well, 6 games. Do we just carry on playing everyone? But I think he'll rotate it a little bit.
Yeah.
But in terms of form, they've won their last 9 on the bounce. 3 clean sheets in the last 4. Form is very good. Huddersfield lost their last 8 away games. They're already gone. Failed to score in 7 of those. So Liverpool to win to 0 is like bang on.
Yeah.
Which is why I said it was red, because it's just like such a banker. But it's only 1.56. So
Yeah, I mean Huddersfield are in Marbella already, aren't they?
yeah,
They checked how long
they do not want to be here anymore. So I said 2-0 Liverpool.
Right, so that's Friday night. So that's tonight.
Yeah.
Good. Right, next Saturday lunchtime kickoff. Spurs versus West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
So West Ham not in great away form. They've lost 7 of the last 8 away games.
Wow.
Not very good. However, they're unbeaten the last 2 times they've played Spurs. So they beat them in the Carabao Cup and they drew them in the league. Spurs have won all 4 games in their new stadium and haven't conceded yet.
They like the new
They
stadium.
do like the new stadium, unlike the last time when...
All the fans very pleased with the new stadium.
Oh, it's
as well.
great. Even not as a fan, it's a lovely stadium.
You went, didn't you?
No.
No. Right.
No. But Spurs have been a bit shaky of late. They only won their last game against Brighton 1-0 in the last 2 minutes. But that's kind of all they need to do, really, is to grind them out. I think they're pretty much safe for top 4 now. 3 of the last 4 games of them have seen under 2.5 goals, though. So they're a bit shaky. They've been grinding out results. Spurs have also scored under 1.5 goals in 3 of the last 4 times they've played West Ham.
Okay.
So it's always tight. Not many goals. They're not scoring many anyway.
Yeah, a little correct score on this one, maybe.
No, I've gone with play it safe. But really, this should be red. Under 2.5 goals is my tip. 2.6.
Yes, good. Very good.
Really good. Score prediction. I think Spurs will edge it, but West Ham will make it difficult. So I reckon 1-0 Spurs.
Yeah. Could do a little draw half-time. Spurs full-time as well.
Do that. Yeah.
All right. One from Tom. Palace, Everton. So Palace in 12th, Everton in 9th. Both won their last game.
Everton.
Palace beat Arsenal, 3-2.
Everton beat United.
And Everton smashed United 4-0.
That's killed us on every front. Goal difference.
That-
We're 3 goal difference behind Chelsea.
What happened?
Now we're like
Yeah.
8, 9.
So Everton much better away from home as they play on the counter. At home only. Oh wait, who's he saying much better away from home? Palace. I think Palace are much better away from home.
No, Palace are really good away from home. Yeah.
At home, only Huddersfield have picked up less points. So Palace do not like playing at home. 16 points, only 14 goals in 17 home games.
Speak up, mate.
Everton
Is that a practice?
could still finish 7th and secure a Europa League spot. So they will be going for the win, won't they? Mate, it's a fucking essay in here. What else is he saying?
I'll just get on with it.
So basically, his tip: Everton to win either half, 1.82, or Everton win at 2.72. That's very good.
Yeah, especially
Considering how bad Palace are at home.
Yeah, they're not very good at home.
I would go with that. He's saying 2-1 Everton.
Right, you're up again. This is a big game.
This is a huge game. Fulham, Cardiff. Cardiff's best chance to close the gap on Brighton.
Who have some massive games still to play, which they're not going to get any points on.
So they're 3 points behind Brighton in the relegation battle after beating them a couple of weeks ago, which was a huge game, the biggest game of the season for them.
Yeah.
Aside from that, they've lost the last 3 games 2-0. Fulham already relegated, but like sometimes happens, they find form once they're already down.
Yeah,
They've won the last 2 games against Bournemouth and Everton without conceding.
Yeah.
Scored in 6 of their last 7 games, and Ryan Babel has got 3 in the last 5. So Babel Wincast 4.7.
He's been around for about 2 decades. How do you not know his name?
Ryan Babel Wincast. So Fulham to win and Babel to score 4.7. I think that's pretty good.
I don't think Fulham will win. I think the fighting spirit in Cardiff knows if they win that, they probably will stay up.
Yeah.
Because Brighton have got, I think, City and United, or City and Chelsea, or someone. They've got 2 top 6 teams still to play in their last 3 games.
It is in Cardiff's hands.
Yeah.
They need to win this game. But, I don't know, Fulham have turned it around a bit. That's a tough one to call.
It's a tough game.
I have gone 2-1 Fulham.
But you couldn't ask for better opposition if you're in Cardiff's shoes right now.
No, you could not.
Maybe Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Right, there you go, 2-1. Next, Southampton versus Bournemouth. South Coast derby. Derby days are always difficult to call. Southampton have now pulled 6 points clear of the relegation zone after their good run, which saw them only lose 2 in the last 6 games. So they went on a little run.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of breathing space now. It'd be quite a shock if they went down now. They'd have to literally lose every game.
Nearly a good shout for me at the start of the season. I said Southampton were going to get relegated.
And Huddersfield will stay up.
Yeah.
So it was completely opposite.
Well, we'll see. Still time for Southampton.
There's been over 2.5 goals scored in 9 of the last 11 home games for Southampton. So,
okay.
Remember back in last season, where they couldn't score at home. Now they're smashing goals in. They're undefeated in 10 of the last 11 matches against Bournemouth in all competitions. So they've got their number basically.
Yeah.
Southampton are unbeaten in their last 5 home matches against Bournemouth. And then if you look at Bournemouth, they're so erratic at the moment. thrashed Brighton 5-0, then lost to Fulham 1-0. So I'm looking at this as, right, Southampton are at home, they're in form.
They normally win.
They normally do all right at home, and Bournemouth are a bit all over the place. My tip is Southampton to win 1.92.
Yeah.
Pretty good odds.
Agreed.
Score prediction 2-1 again. There's quite a lot of 2-1s in here.
So far. There's another one coming up as well.
Oh my God.
The treble 2-1.
Right, next. Tom's one. Watford versus Wolves. This is going to be another good game. Replica of the semi-final.
What was it? 2-1?
Semi-final? Semi-final. FA Cup, yeah. Semi-final replay.
Oh, 3-2.
3-2, but only up until, what was it?
What was it? 2-0 up, then 3-2.
Up until the 82nd minute, they were winning 2-0 or something. Anyway, 8th versus 7th, 1 point between them. Wolves obviously going to want revenge for what happened before. 7th is likely to get a Europa League spot, so this is a huge game, especially with Everton breathing down their necks. Watford have only beaten Huddersfield and Fulham in their last 6 games. I thought they were doing better than that. And haven't kept a clean sheet since early February versus Everton.
Wow. Okay.
Leaky.
Both teams have scored a shout then.
Wolves thumped Arsenal 3-1 midweek, but they do tend to turn up for the big teams. Wouldn't necessarily say Watford are one of the big teams.
No.
Sorry, Watford fans.
But I would fancy Wolves here, I think.
I would as well. I don't know, actually. It's a really tough game. 4 of the last 6 meetings between the sides have seen both teams to score. Basically, there's goals in this one. Fact, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
But whenever I say fact, it never comes in. So maybe don't say fact. There's probably goals in this one.
Edit that out.
So Tom's tip is both teams to score 1.86. His other tip is Wolves to win on the head 2.95.
I like that.
Score prediction 2-1.
2-1 again.
Again.
Okay, next one. Brighton versus Newcastle. So this is
Brighton needs it.
one of the big games that Brighton need to win. Like we said, Cardiff's best chance to close the gap this week. Normally, throughout the season, we say Brighton are pretty good at home, but they've only won 1 of the last 7 at home. Not good. It's fizzling out just at the wrong time.
They need to keep going.
They've lost their last 3 at home without scoring. Newcastle were absolutely nothing to play for, but they've won their last 2 games. Beat Southampton and Leicester. Perez scored 4 in those 2 games. So I was looking at the odds, trying to find value. Perez to score any time, 4.25.
That's really good.
Red.
That's red.
That is red.
Definitely red.
Especially as you'll be hungry to rack up more goals before the end of the season. And this is the lowest team that they're going to be playing.
Yeah.
So, red, think he'll score. I think Newcastle will win.
Ooh.
I've gone 2-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Cardiff are going to close the gap, are they?
Mm-hmm.
No, because they're going to lose as well, according to your tips.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. So not
but they're still... Cardiff will still be 3 points behind.
Yeah.
So they just need to win one of their other games. Brighton lose, which they probably will.
Cardiff got
Cardiff, I think Cardiff are going to be safe.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Right, Sunday, midday. Leicester versus Arsenal. So, Arsenal are doing all they can to not finish top 4.
Yeah.
They've lost 3 of their last 4 games, including 2 on the bounce. Aubameyang is a serious doubt, so he's unlikely to play. So that's another big blow. Apparently, Mustafi's going to come back into the team, and he had an absolute stinker last time.
Oh no!
So it's not looking good for Arsenal fans. So I looked at their away record. They've only won 2 of their last 11 games away from home.
Really?
Yeah. And those 2 were 2-1 scraped win against Huddersfield, and the other one was 1-0 jammy win against Watford when Watford hit the woodwork twice, and then the only goal they got was, Foster gave the ball to Bamiyang. Deflected in. Yeah. So they didn't deserve to win that either. So 2-11 away. They're terrible away from home. There's also all sorts of pressure going on with United Chelsea to get that 4th spot.
How have Leicester been doing though?
Leicester haven't been great in the last couple of games, but overall they're not doing too bad. They've scored at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 games.
Okay.
And they have won 4 of the last 6.
Okay.
But the last 2, I think they drew and lost. So
Okay.
they're in pretty good form.
Both teams to score is likely then.
Both teams score is likely, but I've gone with. I just think Arsenal are looking at the Europa League now as their. Of course, they want to get to 4th anyway, but I think they're in a position now where, look, if they win the Europa League, then it's
not a bad season.
It's not a bad season. I don't know. I just feel like they lost their last home game. They lost the last away game. Whatever. I just think they're going to slip up again here. This is not an easy game. So I've gone Leicester double chance.
Yeah.
1.54, not great odds, but if you want to up the odds, go Leicester to win either half. 1.75, decent odds. I could easily see that happening. Score prediction is a Desmond.
Agreed.
2-2.
I agree with that.
I think it's just going to be tight. It's going to be a tight game. I went 2-1 up Leicester, but then for some reason I had to change
I would
it.
have said draw on that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Burnley, Man City. Another one that Man City will need to win, but
Did you see the stat?
On this?
Remember. Yeah.
no.
So it's something like over the past 4 seasons. Don't quote me on this, but I saw a meme the other day. Over the past 4 seasons, Burnley
Taking most points off.
have beaten the team who
Have been top.
have been top
Really?
in the home fixture of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, what's Tom gone for? Burnley are safe with their draw against Tottenham in midweek. They're unbeaten in 4 games. City have won the last 11 games on the bounce. Clean sheets in 4 of the last 5.
They looked so good against United as well. It's embarrassing.
The last 2 times these sides have met, it's finished 5-0 to City. That's not a good stat. He expects it to be slightly closer. He's gone City to win to 0, 1.78, but he thinks it will only be 2-0. But I do quite like your stat. So
I'm trying to find it. I can't find
you
it.
have to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, man, City are just cruising, aren't they, at the moment?
Got it here.
You got it.
It's going to load. Hope for Liverpool. Burnley have beaten the reigning champions in the past 2 seasons since their promotion. There you go. That's about it. So it wasn't,
Go on, Burnley.
Wasn't exactly what I said anyway. So
We do want Liverpool to win the league, don't we?
no,
Do we not? You want City?
I prefer City.
Would you?
I don't live, mate. You won't hear the end of it for the next 10 years if Liverpool win the
I'd
league.
much prefer Liverpool to win.
No,
That's
absolutely
strange.
not.
It's like Man United fans' worst nightmare, isn't it?
City
Between those
or
two.
Liverpool, yeah, definitely. But City, I've won it a few times. It's fine. Allow that. I don't want Liverpool to win it.
All right.
Last game.
Last game. Big one. United versus Chelsea.
This is-
United, what's going on?
Mate,
They've lost 7 of their last 9 games.
they literally looked like completely lost.
I mean,
sheep.
maybe they're all in Marbella as well now.
I don't even know. I was trying to analyse it the other day. I don't even know what's going on. I
So-
don't know what has happened, but there is still a small glimmer of hope for 4th.
I think they're all just
If
looking towards fixing up for next season. And
Yeah.
They've done all right this season.
no, but they need. But the thing is, if they beat Chelsea here, right, which is doable at home, Chelsea aren't playing that well. They drew 2 with Burnley at home,
Yeah.
right? If United could somehow get back to what they were playing like when Ollie first took over, when they were actually playing attacking football with pace, and they win this game, still unlikely to get top 4, but we're in a much better position where it could happen. If Arsenal completely capitulate,
I reckon that the
It's
players are
unlikely.
just kind of resigned to
I think so.
5th or 6th now.
Like, we'll make it up next year.
They've gone 5th or 6th, doesn't really matter. We'll make it up next year. In terms of form, lost 7 of the last 9, scored 1 goal in the last 5.
Right,
They've got 2 easy games coming up, which they know that they could finish the season with 2 wins.
So not easy.
Well, Huddersfield and Cardiff.
Oh yeah, but both of those, that Cardiff game could be really
massive, but still, I mean, in terms of like on paper, who have they got to
Yeah.
play? Cardiff and Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Chelsea have only lost 2 of the last 9, and they've scored 9 goals in their last 5. I think Chelsea will win this, and the odds are good for a Chelsea win. 2.72.
I don't think Chelsea will win it.
You don't?
I think it could be a draw because both are just playing so badly.
I've gone another 2-1 Chelsea.
A draw does nothing for anyone, and that's exactly what will happen because.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Could be 1-1. I think Chelsea are legit. But that's that. That is Premier League. If you could pick one out.
If I could pick one out,
Mine would be the Perez anytime 4.25. Great odds.
Southampton to beat Bournemouth 1.9.
Yeah. Cool. There you go. That's the Premier League for this week. Stay tuned for the next video.
See you later.
Now then, it's okay. The referee looks at his watch and his second now.
Welcome back.